Hello, welcome to my Stamina Templar PVP build for Markarth. This is a medium armor build that features really good damage as well as great resistances and a lot of healing. I'm running a set that I run on a couple of builds. It's a great backbar set that helps boost your defenses a lot on both bars, and I think it's a pretty overlooked set this patch that I'm able to use in multiple different classes. So here is the stats to start. This is outside of Cyrodiil, so you get about 24-25k health. It's a little bit low, you can always add more. Balance between stamina and health. A low magical pool because the only magica ability that I'm using is your cleanse. Stamina recovery is about 1535, which with rally gets up to about 1730, I believe. And then you always have your rune, which gives you another 240 recovery, I believe. Just doesn't show up in your stats. So you've got pretty high recovery in this build. This is backbar. Our front bar, we have 40% crit. We also have 3200 weapon damage, 6900 penetration. But that's not buffed, so obviously we have to buff up. We get about 5200 weapon damage total. And we're buffed, maybe a little bit more with Frenzied Momentum. Yeah. Our backbar resistances, let's see, let's buff up. Our backbar resistances are 37 and 34k on the backbar. The front bar, it's 32 and 30 and 29-ish. Really tanky resistances. This build is, you can take a lot of damage with it. It's kind of crazy. So jumping right into sets, we are running Armor Master backbar, which I'm running. I'm running 3 body pieces. These 3, yeah. And sword and shield backbar. Sturdy shield doesn't really matter so much. The trade on the one-hander. I'm just running double dot potions. Front bar, I'm running Vateshran Maul and nirnhoned with the weapon damage enchant. And then I'm running 5 medium and then 2 heavy, and a heavy chest and a heavy head. And I'm running Troll King. I'm running pretty much all impenetrable. I have 1 well fitted. I actually kind of like been thinking about 2 well fitted would be really nice in this build. I don't really need the impenetrable, maybe even 3. So I've run a lot. And I'm running infused jewelry, all weapon damage. So I have Briarheart on both bars, which is mostly just because Vateshran's on the front bar, and I want that. I want Briarheart active then. I run 1 to 2 health pieces. I run all stamina enchants on the body, but I run 1 to 2 health pieces on the big body pieces, depending on what I'm doing. Kind of. If I need more health, then I'll put another health on the chest. And the food I'm running is the Artaem takeaway broth, and I'm using the Serpent mundus. Basic combo, it's pretty easy. I mean, to buff up, you want your rally up, you want your restoring focus, you want shuffle up, always keep your resolving vigor up. And usually it's a really simple combo. You get the, what is this called? I always forget. Power of the light up. And then you shield charge them. Bar swap into jabs. And execute. Obviously use bomb breaker as you see fit. And that's a really simple combo. And gives it a nice stun. I think, Shield Assault is a really overlooked ability. It's a gap closer that's cheap. It gives him a stun and it gives you a shield after you reach it. My main problem is I don't really see a reason to dip into Magical Pool simply for toppling charge. I understand it sets him off balance, which is great, but it costs so much magicka, and I can kind of spam Shield Assault. I initially wanted to use, what do you call it, Reverberating Bash, but I lack a bit of mobility, so I wanted to try the Gap Closer, and I really like the playstyle. And you can use Gap Closers from so close now. You can be right in people's faces. It's basically, it's funny, I was thinking about it, it's just a more expensive Power Bash. It does the same thing, it does a little bit less damage, but it gives you a shield too. It's like kind of crazy. Great ability. So Power Light, Shield Assault, Jabs, that's it. And the cool thing is, since we're running Vateshrans, and I didn't realize this at first, but once I started playing this setup, like, it's so easy to proc Vateshrans with jabs, because you just jab and look, it's already fully stacked, and then you don't even need that was not a heavy attack, like, to proc Vateshrans. It says, upon reaching max stacks, your next heavy attack will consume, well, tell me if this is a heavy attack. We're gonna get it procced. Got 4, 5, this is a heavy attack. That's not a heavy attack, right? They're procced. So, it's kinda cool. Alright, so that's the basic rundown of the combo at Dawnbreaker there. Obviously, if you're taking a lot of pressure, you got Shield Spell Wall. You get into abilities. Power Light, like I said, great ability. Just boosts your damage, gives them minor breach, which I felt kind of weird. I really wanted to run something like, I've been running like Caltrops on a lot of builds for the major breach, or I'll run Pierce Armor from the one-hand shield tree, which I'm running one-handed shield on this, but I wanted that Gap Closer stun. The one thing I have struggled with Templar is having a good stun other than Dawnbreaker, and Shield Assault has solved that, like I was saying. So I didn't really have room for puncture, but I think I have enough damage with the minor breach that comes with Power Light. Rally gives you, the major brutality as well as minor endurance. Gives you a big burst heal, amazing. Camouflage Hunter is great for basically just for weapon critical, and makes it so Briarheart just procs on command. And it boosts your damage. I'm not running Malakath on this. I think Templars thrive on crit. They get a 10% extra crit damage through their passives, so I really like running high crit on Templar. Biting Jabs is just your bread and butter, spammable. This is pretty much all your damage right here, and you got plenty of it. This is my flex spot. Reverse Slice is good, especially if you're running in CP. You need that extra little bit of damage to finish people. The other option that I like to run is Repentance. It's great, just keeps you full stamina, full of health when you're fighting big groups, and it gives you 20% extra recovery, like all 3 health, stamina, and magic. It's amazing. And I use that a lot in VGs because I find I don't need to execute. I have enough damage, which is Power Light, Jabs, and Dawnbreaker. So Repentance is great for that. And the Dawnbreaker, only ultimate I would use, maybe using Sweep, but I don't know, Dawnbreaker's so good. I wouldn't use anything else. Backbar, like I said, we are running Shielded Assault. I don't even have a level up yet, but I'm loving it so far. That's an amazing ability. Cheap Gap Closer that stuns them, gives you a small shield, but it's just based off your max health, so it's going to be bigger than what you see right here, just because of Cyrodiil or PvP buffs. Story Focus gives you your major resolve, and also gives you extra stamina, and if you stand in it, you have like crazy resistances. Extended Ritual is our cleanse. It does feel a little bit weird running Shuffle and Extended Ritual, but it also feels really tanky and feels really good in a lot of ways. I think it's a lot easier to use Shuffle to get out of immobilizations, and it feels fluid. But I kind of use Extended Ritual just like when I'm taking a lot of pressure, and especially when I'm like running away from a fight that I can't handle the heat. Like, Extended Ritual is just like my once in a while pop to clear all the crap on me. But shuffle is my regular, like, get rid of immobilizations and just take care of my mobility ability. And then we have Resolving Vigor, which everybody knows what that does. Just keep it up at all times. And I like Spell Ball, backbar. The other option would be Sigic, like the Undo ability. I just don't have it on this particular tune. I think I would run Spell Ball anyway. It just works really well with this. So freaking tanky, and it's I just love this build. Really good. So that's really it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments below. I'm going to be adding some Battlegrounds footage to this, so enjoy. Thanks.